right, Toro fans, it's time to meet the starters for the visiting North Iowa Bulls. In goal from Chicago, Illinois, number 30, Harry Byers. On defense from Hudson, Wisconsin, number 20, Brody Dietz. Also on defense from San Jose, California, Isaiah Castro. At left wing from Oak Park, Illinois, Jack Holland. At center from Tokyo, Japan, number 14, Fuji Suzuki. And at right wing from Mound, Minnesota, number 17, Parker Osborne. The North Iowa Bulls are led by head coach Nick Bruntow. He's assisted by Alex North and AJ Raskowski.
Taking over. Pull me in, get me hooked like a junkie. Got me feeling so high. You're such a beautiful drug. Can't get enough. Addicted, I'm dying for a hit of your love. Got a death wish, baby, baby. Don't want you to save me, save me. Tonight. See you on Friday night, sitting out on the porch in the moonlight, so fine. Got time, girl. 'Cause I get chills downtown and skip the line, and I want you dancing the party light, so fine. 'Cause you're mine, all mine, girl. Such a beautiful chills, can't get enough.
Toro fans, make sure to stop by the merch stand and get your own custom hat, courtesy of our friends at FLM Visuals, your local source for all things custom.
Test, test.
Welcome Tauros fans to the Farmers Union Insurance Pregame Show. I'm Presley Davis and with me is Ken Oda and we are getting you ready for the Minot Minotauros season opener. Before we get started, let's check out the action from preseason matchups brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. The Tauros went 2-2, splitting weekends with Bismarck and Wayway. Bismarck was in Watford City, and then Wayway came to Minot, and that's where they split those series. Mario Fate and Philip Wickland both had hat tricks for each of those respective games.
Yeah, and the Tauros overall, I think, happy with the splits. It's hard to tell when you've got so many guys in town which lineups are going to mesh well together. I thought overall the coaches got what they needed out of the preseason, and the biggest question coming out of preseason is with trades of Will Mazanko and Jack Edwards to Northeast and Johnstown respectively. The Tauros only have 6 returners, but 2 of those are Jax Warren and Mackley Morelli. They joined the team after the roster freeze last year as tender ad and an AP player. So you look at Tauros really only have 4 true returners, Jockums, Nichols, and Ramirez up front, Ty James on the back end. So the question will be, at least early in the year, how quickly the Tauros can mesh.
Yes, and definitely a transition, from last year's team being one of the older teams, and now you have a lot of young guys. But now let's turn our attention back to tonight's game with a look at the updated Noodles numbers brought to you by Noodles & Co. of Minot. So Minot last season finished 42-20-2, while North Iowa finished 19-34-6. Minot had a little over a goal per game over North Iowa, so definitely offensively we're kind of, just a little bit above North Iowa. And then goals against them, Minot had 2.18, while North Iowa had 3.59. And then
I think that was the biggest difference to the team's successes last year. The Tauros, whether the offense was clicking or not, were always in the game thanks to Lucas Swedin on the back end and the Tauros defense keeping pucks out of the net. North Iowa, they knew they had to score if they had a chance to win.
Yes, and then just kind of overall power plays, penalty kills, penalties in minutes, Minot just really kind of led North Iowa in those respective categories.
Yeah, the Tauros were the more disciplined team, about 2.5 fewer minutes a game in the penalty box, and special teams 3rd and 4th in the division for the Tauros compared to 5th and 7th for North Iowa. The biggest difference, that Tauros penalty kill, while it finished 4th in the year, until March, it was the top penalty kill in the league. Wheels kind of came off towards the end of the year. That hurt the Tauros down the stretch, but really, Tauros penalty kill was pretty strong most of last year.
Yes. And now let's take a look at the Minotauros Booster Club players to watch. I have selected Mario Fate. He was the Tauros' first pick of the 2025 NAHL draft. And just kind of in preseason, Mario has been really quick on the ice. He's had some really good turns. And he also had that hat trick against Wayway. So, it's going to be really exciting to see what kind of impact he has tonight as well as throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think a couple of those goals against Wayway came on the power play as well. So Tauros will probably be looking to Mario on that special teams unit. My player to watch, Magnus Lopinen. Tauros have had a long history of high-end goaltending. A lot of D1 goaltenders have come through the program. And the last 2 years, the Tauros were fortunate to have Lucas Swedin, who rewrote the Tauros record book and is arguably the best of the bunch of Tauros goaltenders in our 14, now 15-year history. Lopinen gets the first crack at continuing that Tauros tradition with the start tonight.
That will bring us to our home key group, keys to the game. Ken, what are your keys to tonight's game?
First one, home cooking. The Tauros home opener comes earlier than it ever has before. Usually we're not here until mid-October, so Tauros head on the road for a month after this weekend, so Tauros need to take advantage of the home ice, especially with that travel-heavy schedule to start the year after this weekend.
Yes, and especially, I feel like importance of away games is you learn to face that adversity, so it might be an advantage for the Tauros early on in the season to kind of go through that, and then when they come back in October and then the rest of the season, I know the second half is going to be a little heavier on the home schedule side, so just being able to face that adversity early will really help them develop as a team, but also it'll translate to the ice.
For sure. My second home key group key to the game is no bull. Tauros are 14-2 against the Bulls over the last 2 seasons, but both losses came in this building last season on nights that the Tauros arguably took the Bulls a little too lightly. I think of the one in February where the Tauros were leading with less than a minute to play and managed to lose in regulation. So hopefully game 1 of the season, effort shouldn't be an issue, especially with cuts still to be made, but Tauros need to avoid the bull, so to speak. And my final home key group key to the game is chemistry set. As I mentioned before, Tauros don't have a lot of returning players, just 4 forwards and Ty James with real experience from last year. So, and only 3 of the returners played more than 30 games last season. So Bulls have 6, so hopefully chemistry will click quickly for the Tauros.
And Minotauros fans, it is time to take out your phones and pull up the Tauros mobile app for your chance to win prizes throughout tonight's game. So first we have the 4 Bears Sportsbook over and unders. So the first one is going to be the total Tauros first period goals. And right now that is set at 0.5. I'm going to take the over on that. I'm going to say they're going to have at least 1 goal in that first.
Yeah, I'm expecting the building to be jumping here tonight. We're already pushing 2,000 tickets sold when we're filming here before noon. So it should be a packed house. That energy, hopefully it'll get the guys going early.
Yes. And then the next one is going to be that total Tauros power play opportunities. The number is set at 3.5. Ken, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking discipline has been an issue in this series both ways. Tauros take more penalties than usual against North Iowa. Iowa seems to be in the box a lot when they play against the Tauros, despite the distance, and both physically and in the standings and the rivalry. These games always seem to get heated, so I'm taking the over.
Oh, maybe I'll take the under, just see what we can stir up there. And then finally, the total fighting majors called. That is set at 1.5. I am going, I might take the over on that one.
I'm going to take the over as well. I think, again, a lot of cuts still to be made. Tauros have more bodies in town. I know Iowa has a couple extra players as well, so you're going to have guys who are trying to make the roster. One way to try and do that is to show your willingness to stick up for your teammates, so I wouldn't be shocked if we see some fisticuffs tonight. That'll bring us to the McDonald's Tauros trivia question. What is the Tauros' all-time record in home openers? 7-7-0, 8-6-0, 9-5-0, or 10-4-0. Of course, tonight, the 15th home opener in franchise history. Any guesses as to our record?
Oh gosh, I'm not gonna lie, I did try and get my research, but I'm gonna say the 8-6.
All right,
That's what I'm gonna go for.
Get your guesses in, a chance to win a free lunch from our friends at Dakota Drive McDonald's. We'll announce the winner during the 3rd period.
All right, and Ken, do you have any final thoughts before we drop the puck at tonight's game?
You hit these season marks, 15th season, my 14th here in Minot. I've been here for almost all of it, and it's a chance to look back and think about just how far this organization has come. A couple of trips to the Robbie Cup Final Four, going from playing next door in the Eck rink and having maybe 600-700 people a night to 2,000 people a night. I can't be happier that I found this place to come and continue my career and be here for as much as I have been. And I'm just excited to have all the Toro fans back in the building, those people that you see around the rink that I've now watched their kids go from very little to now some of them, like Mackley Morelli, playing for the team. So it's exciting, to kick off season number 15.
Yes, definitely a really great year coming ahead for Tauros fans. Well, that will do it for the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. And now we're going to turn it over to Kobe Brault for tonight's starting lineups.
Well, we're going to be in a bit of a delay here for a moment. An ice issue. So before we get to the starting lineups, I'll introduce myself. Plenty of new fans tuned in tonight, I'm sure. I am Ken Oda, bringing you tonight's and all the rest of the season's action. Tauros celebrating season number 15 kicking off tonight. Get some housekeeping out of the way on the broadcast early. We are interactive here on the Tauros Network, whether you're watching on NAHL TV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or listening on Mixlr. Feel free to drop a comment in the chats. I'm following the Mixlr chat. I'm following the YouTube and the Facebook chat. Let us know if you're tuned in, where you're tuned in from. If you have questions, we have Presley, we have Olivia, who you'll hear from later this evening as well. We've got 2 sideline reporters. We'll do our best to get answers to every question, whether it's injury updates, other news, anything you might want answered. We'll do our best to find it for you. So again, drop those comments in the social. And of course, during the week, you can always ask the herd. Tune into Tauros All Access Monday through Thursday at 3 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube. But I think we are finally ready to go. So we will turn you back over to the PA.
Good evening, Toro fans, and welcome to the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena for tonight's North American Hockey League matchup between the visiting North Iowa Bulls and your Minot Minotauros. It's home opening weekend on the 15th season, and we couldn't be more excited to be back. Who's ready for some Minotauros hockey? Welcome to the race, your Minot Minotauros! It's time to meet the SRT Communications starting lineup. Starting at left defense from Traverse City, Michigan, number 11, Owen Dawson. On right defense from Council Bluffs, Iowa, number 2, Ty James. At left wing from Winnipeg, Manitoba, number 27, Marlon Edwards. At center from Gretna, Nebraska, number 92, Mario Fate. And at right wing from Gurney, Illinois, number 15, Luca Ori. And tonight's Magic City Discovery Center captain is Abel Lirum. And in goal from Helsinki, Finland, number 35, Magnus Lopinen. Your Toros are led by head coach Tyler Abner. He's assisted by Mike Meredith and Wyatt Wazelinchuk. Fans, at this time we ask that you rise as you are able and remove all headgear as the Minot Air Force Base Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Performing tonight's anthem, Elijah Robinson.
With the pregame festivities just about out of the way, we are almost ready to go. Tauros and North Iowa Bulls. From the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Once again, I'm Ken Oda, taking you through tonight's game. Olivia Tosto and Presley Davis alongside as well. Tauros in the home cream sweaters. Cardinal red buckets, breezers, and gloves. Same kit as we've worn for several years now. The only difference, that 15-year patch above their hearts. It'll be Mario Fate and Fuji Suzuki on the opening draw, and we are underway. Tauros win the draw. Fate wins it back. Ty James gains the red line, dumps it deep. Near side wall, big collision. Marlon Edwards delivered the hit. Owen Dawson fired it off the outside of the cage. Tauros look to jam it at the side of the net, quickly covered by Army commit Harry Byers, pushing and shoving after the whistle. And here we go, right off the hop, 16 seconds in. We have the rivalry renewed. Draw will be to the right of Byers. Fate will take the draw against Kuzmenkov. Dumped out to neutral, fired right back in by Dawson. Fate couldn't find the handle though. Dumped back in on the far side. Tauros control. Ahead for Fate. He hands it up. Ice for Marlon Edwards. Comes across to Luca Ori. Ori tries to go short side. Perhaps 5-hole either way. Byers got it. And again, a late whack. And again, some more pushing and shoving. And are we going to have our first dance of the season? Draw will be we've got a penalty coming. Are they taking them both, or are they just taking DJ Bruce? They are taking them both. Ty James will head to the penalty box as well. So, we'll go for a side. Tauros control. Carried in, dumped in on net by Solominski. Collision in the near corner.
Penalty on North Iowa skater number 7, DJ Bruce. 2 minutes roughing. Penalty call on Tauros skater number 2.
And another penalty coming. And this one is a cross check. So the Tauros will go to the Papa John's PK, just a minute 6 into this game. Draw to the left. Of Tauros goaltender Magnus Lopinen. Four on 3 power play for the Bulls. Far side. Good stick by Solominski, breaks it up. Up top for Fuji Suzuki. Drops it down to the side of the net. Quick shot goes up and over. And the Tauros get the clear. Bulls back into the zone. Mishandled, taken away, and cleared by Mackley Morelli. Morelli pressuring in the neutral zone, forcing the Bulls back. Carried ahead by Hodis. Hodis forced to turn. 36 seconds remaining on the initial infractions, I should say. And Ty James and DJ Bruce will come out of the penalty boxes. Hodis puts it across, shot blocked by Owen Dawson, and the puck cleared by Brady Zugek. Hodis holds on the near side half wall. Each team gets a man back. It's up top for Davis. Davis, long shot, punched away with the blocker. Bulls hold. Hodis drops it down into the corner. Tauros come full strength. Bulls still control, however. Punched into the zone by Haruza. Long to the near side. It'll be caught at the point. Dumped back down. A turnaround try. Save made. Mario Fate finds it. Far side. Thrown in front, good stick, and taken away by Jax Warren, who clears at the distance, but it will go for Minot's finest collision center icing. Draw to the left of Lopanen. Flipped along the near side. Wolves control, fire it up ice. But it's taken away by Fate. He gives to Warren. Warren jams it back around to the near side. Marlon Edwards has it there. His clear kept in at the point by Davis. Davis looking for a lane. Hands down to Suzuki. Suzuki walks to the hash mark. Shot blockered away. Clever shot from Fuji Suzuki. Lopanen able to get the blocker on it. It's been all Bulls so far since earning the power play. Tauros had the first two shots of the game. The last two have gone to the Bulls. Thrown in front, no one home. Suzuki in behind. He's held up. Shot blocked by Jax Warren. Mario Fate throws it up the near wall. Able to get it out was Dan Ramirez, but he turns it over. Bulls looking to attack again quickly. Kuzmenkov forced to turn. Far side dumped in. Ahead, it is into the zone. Ramirez, help from Nichols, working down low. Long shot from Dawson is blocked. Put in front, it doesn't connect with Nichols. Near side, Stack plays it back. I'm sorry, Stack's the linesman. It was played back by Hodis. Hodis finds it back, cuts to the middle. Hodis, shot, that goes wide. Near side corner picked up by Thornton. Thornton turns it over to Morelli. Morelli up ice for Jockums. It's taken away from him. Esplin pressures. Throwing up ice. Owen Dawson steps up. Dawson and Morelli thrown in front. Tip play doesn't go. And now Lopinen was just kicked. Puck still loose. Tauros keep it from getting back to their goaltender. I was starting to say, as Morelli can't corral that. Owen Dawson and Mackley Morelli, younger brothers of a couple of Toro alum, Will Dawson. And of course, Mason Morelli. Mason Morelli played for the Toros all the way back in years 1 and 2, as that's whistled to be a hand pass. Owen Dawson, memory serves 2 years ago. Bulls control the draw in their own zone. Pass up the near side, touched ahead by Pyle. He's working on Gutensberger. Higley tries a shot that's deflected up and out of play for another whistle. Coming up at the media timeout, we will have our Northern Century salute, and then at the first whistle after the media timeout, we'll hear from Presley Davis. That's about 3 minutes away. But you might see her down in the corner on the near glass. She's right behind the draw, which will be taken by Brady Zugek, controlled in the near corner. Poked up the wall, Prima. Prima hands to the middle, Toros are up ice. Preem leaves it across far side. Wickland, who had a hat trick against Bismarck during the war in Watford, plays down in the corner for Zugek. Zugek worked over there, hacks it deep. Wickland plays the body on Pyle, who lost his stick. Puck to the near side corner. Prima jams it back to the point in Gutensberger. Gutensberger looking for a shot that sails just wide. Far side, Wickland with a big hit, drawing some cheers from the crowd. Puck back to the near side. Toros trying to shift momentum back to the left end of the ice. Shots even at 2 aside. Gutensberger walks the middle. His shot's blocked up off the far glass. Zugek back to the point. Preem with a long shot. Tip goes just wide. A nice redirect by Wickland. Thrown out to neutral by Higley. Bouncing puck in the middle of the ice. Unable to corral it was Fate. Suzuki finds it. Fuji Suzuki into the zone. He took Mario Fate's stick with him. Suzuki looking in front. He missed everyone. Now a follow-up try. Stopped by Lopinen, who passes his first real test of the evening with his third save of the night. Draw will be shot off the draw is blocked, and the Toros will look to counter. Up ice for Ori, it didn't get through. Jammed back, it's Pikic. Pikic turning between the circles of his own zone, drops it back for Solominski. Solominski was acquired from New Hampshire for Parker Newman during the offseason. Far side, Suzuki stepped into by Solominski. Far corner, Pikic. Jammed around to the near side, and Luca Ori. Ori turning, plays up the wall. He wanted Marlon Edwards, it didn't connect. Ori breaks it up at the blue line. Pikic turns it over to Suzuki, however. Good stick coming back by Edwards, forces Suzuki into the corner. They battle along the boards, and the puck jammed out to neutral. 10:59 to play here in period number 1. Still no score. Shots even at 3 aside as it's dumped into the Toro zone. Out to stop is Lopinen. Lopinen hands off to Pikic in the near corner. Pikic into the middle and Solominski. It's hacked off his stick. And they're going to call that a slash. I don't know about that, but the Tauros will take it. Tauros will head to the power play for the first time this evening. First power play is brought to you by our friends at First Western Bank and Trust. Obviously, power play for the season is 0%. As this is power play opportunity number 1. We'll see what look the Tauros go with. It's an umbrella, a 1-3-1, or working in behind the goal. First, we're going to have to see how they retrieve the puck. Ty James pushed back by Koroluk. The slash was called on Michael Malentino. Ori tied up. It's back to Fate, all the way back behind the Tauros net. Leaves for Ty James. 92 seconds on the man advantage. Pass finds Zugek at his own blue line. Brady Zugek drops it back. Charging up the ice is Mario Fate. Fate upended. The Tauros dump it around to the near side. Zugek finds it, hits the brakes, the blue line. Plays in the middle on Ty James. Ty James forced wide. Comes back across for Luca Ori. Ori hands to Ty James, looks across. Tauros have a defender without a stick. Quick shot save made, rebound hacked at. It ends up in the corner. Whistle goes. And the whistle goes for the goaltender's mask coming undone. A tough break for the Tauros as the Bulls still had a killer without a stick. Far side. Bulls clear. 48 seconds left on the power play. Tauros gain the line. Wickland tries to hand to the side of the net and Sidorov. Bulls take it away. And the Tauros will chase once again. Dumped in. Tauros hold up top. Prima looks to Gutensberger on the far side. Morelli to Sidorov. Back to Morelli. Up top. Gutensberger comes across. Wickland had to kick to the stick. Now he tries a shot save made. Rebound out of play. And the Bulls come full strength. 8:43 left. And we will take it to our Northern Century salute.
Jesus save me, blue jean baby, born in the USA.
All right, Toro fans, it's time for tonight's Northern Century Salute. Tonight we salute Second Lieutenant Mason Balboa. Lieutenant Balboa has been in the Air Force for a year and a half and is a flight commander for the 891 MSFS. Mason has a degree in biology and plans to complete his postgraduate degree soon. He's originally from Colorado Springs and played hockey for the U.S. Air Force Academy. He previously played for the Shreveport Mudbugs of the NAHL. Fans, let's hear it one more time for Lieutenant Balboa.
8:43 left to go here in period number 1. Tauros and Bulls still scoreless. Tauros out shooting the Bulls by a score of, or by a total of 4-3. But still no score. Each team has had a power play. near side. This is Ramirez. Throws it in front. Doesn't connect with anyone. Tauros push it back to the point. Gutensberger couldn't hold the line. Tauros have to touch up. In the near corner. This is Warren, keeps it at the point. Tries to throw it down the wall. But it's forced out to neutral. Behind the Toro net, thrown to the near side. Gutensberger comes to the near side and finds Esplin. Esplin carries ahead. Toros are up ice. Esplin lost the handle. It's worked out to neutral. They dig in front of the Bull bench. Esplin hacks at it. Koroluk finds it at the Toro blue line on the near side. Valentino walks in. Wires kicked away by Lopinen. Far side thrown in front. No one home for the Bulls. The Toros will look to turn. It's Luca Ori. Ori over the red line, tries to cut in. This is left to the near side. Thrown up top. Dietz tries a shot blocked by Ori. Toros jam it out to neutral. Thrown into the Toro zone, bouncing puck. It'll be played by Lopinen. Toros on the attack. Shot fake goes off the mask. That strap came loose again. And now the whistle goes. We're gonna hear from Presley down in the corner, having some camera issues, so we'll just hear from Presley right now.
Thanks, Ken. So I talked to Ebbs earlier today about, how he's feeling his first game as a head coach for the Toros, and he told me that the team had a decent week of practice and that he feels that guys are dialing into more of the systems that he's doing, and they're also starting to do it at a higher pace. And so he's hoping to see that translate tonight, and so far, I think that has.
Toros on the attack. Thank you, Presley. But quickly taken away, and the Bulls go back the other way. They find a man on the backside. Big save by Lopinen. Toros will look to turn. Prima ahead. Zugek hands off to Wickland. Zugek taken down. Toros want to call, none coming. Wickland leaves for Zugek. Plays to the near point, Dawson. Dawson, tipped by Zugek, goes wide. The shot was headed wide anyway. Good attempt at the redirect by Brady. Kept at the point by James. Gloves down to the stick and then dumps it behind the net. Prima tries to put it in front, but the Bulls do well to cut it off. They'll send it down the ice. That will be an icing brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Draw will come down to the left. Of Harry Byers. Toros working in the corner. Jammed ahead. This will go for another icing. Bulls change anyway, and longtime listeners know exactly how I feel about that. just start calling the delay a game penalty. We won't have that issue anymore. Bulls force this one out to neutral. Won't go far enough for an icing. Owen Dawson back on it. Quickly ahead, finds Morelli into the zone. Morelli holds, fires. That one's gobbled up by Byers. Offensive zone draw coming again for the Tauros. Tauros control. Nichols puts it in front. Ramirez can't find the handle. It's punched to the corner by Byers. Shot doesn't go. Pikic dumps it down low. Wrapped around to the near side. It won't get back to the point in Pikic. Ramirez delivers a hit. Pikic finds it in neutral. Nichols right back on the attack. Puts Osborne down hard. Ramirez with a hit. Nichols digging as well. Eventually it's Suzuki who finds it and throws up off the far side. Touched in by Nichols. Osborne puts it in front. Good read by Mario Fate coming on the change. And it's played with a high stick. And the whistle goes. So the draw comes out to neutral. Several fans checking in on social media. Luke Okeson is here at the Pepsi. So is the Kowitz family. Dump to the near side. Warren has trouble. So does Marlon Edwards. It's taken away by the Bulls. They'll start up ice. It's Dietz. Fed back in front. Unable to settle it down was Malentino. They dig behind the net. Malentino finds it. Puts it out front. But it was biffed by Korolyuk. Far side. Luca Ori gets through. Ori, one-on-one with Dietz, tries his shot. It's blocked up and over by the defenseman Dietz. Back out to neutral. Tauros take over there. This is Castro in his own zone. We'll get through some more social check-ins. We've got the Solominskis in Connecticut, the Longs in Colorado. The Thompsons are in Florida as that goes for another Minot's finest collision center icing. Shots even at 7 aside, 2:54 left to play here in period number 1. We're still scoreless. Apologize for the distracted broadcast on the first period here. Still trying to work out some of the kinks around the stadium here as we start season 15. Into Minot. Dump down. Ty James plays before it crosses the icing line. James hands off to Prima. Prima up the middle of the ice, leaves off far side. Gets it back from Zugek. Tries to return it. It comes up front and just wide for Wickland. Dawson's stick broke in half. That is going to lead to him playing defense without one, at least for a moment. He's able to get a fresh one from the bench. Tauros start up ice. Mark Belknap, the new equipment man for the Minotauros. Johnny on the spot, able to get Owen Dawson the new twig. Dumped down into the near side corner. They dig along the boards. Pikic comes out with it. Pikic gets away from Pyle and then dumps it deep. Byers had thoughts of playing it, then retreated to the blue paint. Tauros pressuring. Solominski walks in. His shot's blocked. Second try, save made. Rebound around to the near side. Jochums frees it up. Pikic dumps it back in. Esplin touches up, and Morelli will pursue. Back behind the net is DJ Prouse. He'll hold there for the Bulls. 86 seconds left to play here in period number 1. Still no score. Shots 9-8 in favor of the Tauros as the Bulls start up ice. This is Bersic. Dumps it down low. Preem up the wall. This is Morelli. Morelli from the hash marks. Looks across. Finds Jochums with space. A good stick, however, by Reese. Breaks that up. Turned over to the Tauros and right back up ice. Morelli will chip as we hit the final minute of play here in period number 1. Final minute of play brought to you by our friends at Noodles & Company, as this will be carried ahead by Murat Michkin. Far side, Nichols delivers a hit out front. Sidorov tries a shot, it's blocked. Good reverse hit by Nichols. Tries to jam it down low, it was over Sidorov's head. Pinching down is Ty James. James keeps it alive, puts it in front for Nichols, who was tied up and couldn't get anything on the shot. 33 ticks left to talk. Here in period number 1, Tauros out shooting the Bulls 10-8, but this game remains a scoreless draw. The draw will be to the left of Harry Byers. Fans, I will remind you, if you weren't tuned into the pregame show, download the Tauros Hockey mobile app. Plenty of games you can play, whether you're here in the building or watching at home. The Shields First Goal Predictor wins you a $25 Shields gift card. Aspire check-in to win you do have to be in the building for. 4 Bears over-unders win a stay-and-play package. New this year, Buffalo Wild Wings guess the attendance as a quick shot off the draw is kicked away. Follow-up try stopped as well, and the Bulls will look to turn 3-on-2 with 26 seconds left. They come across for Fuji Suzuki. Suzuki tries a shot blocker save. Rebound taken in behind the net by Ty James. 18 seconds left to go. Owen Dawson sends it down the ice. And it was close enough to Dietz to avoid the icing. 10 seconds left in the period. This is carried up ice. Dumped in. It'll be Owen Dawson, and the horn sounds to end period number 1. As we get another look at that last offensive chance. Magnus Lopinen dialed in. I was speaking with his billet, Jamie Hyatt, before the game. He said Magnus was excited to play in front of, he'd never played in front of a crowd this large. Previous high was the Warren Wofford, which had about 880 people in attendance. But that made me a little nervous that the crowd would rattle him, but Lopinen looked good, stopping every shot he saw. Final shots in the period were 12-9 in favor of the Tauros. We will have Presley Davis down on the ice.
Hey Tauros fans, I'm joined here with Ty James. And Ty, what are you looking to improve going into the second?
I think just getting more shots and getting to the net is a big thing for us right now.
And how do you feel being a third year, might be your final home opener? What are the feelings right now?
It's great. It's great to be back. I'm glad to see some familiar faces from last year. I'm just glad we have the support that we do here.
All right, thank you, Ty.
Thank you.
Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Presley. We'll get the kinks worked out, but that went
very special performance.
through. We will send you out to a commercial break. When we come back, We'll have the intermission report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign,
We are gathered here today to get through this
our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at mynotbraces.com.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks,
Hey,
and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Estvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Estvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
I am really passionate about this community. We're very close-knit. A lot of us are heavily involved with sports, volunteer opportunities. It helps us build bonds within the community.
Yes, I work at Dakota West, but I'm also a member. Whatever I do affects myself and my family. We're all in this together. I think it's important to have that integrity.
All right, Tauros fans, welcome back to our intermission show. Again, I am Presley Davis, and I was joined with Ken Oda earlier. So let's take a look at today's game. So we had 4 penalties in total. Let me just get this pulled up one moment. There we go, love technology. All right, Tauros fans, so it is scoreless in this first period, but the penalties per period, just less than a minute in, we had 2 penalties, 1 on each team. Number 7, DJ Peruz for roughing, and he had that 2-minute penalty. And then we also had the Tauros number 7, Michael Solominski, also for roughing. And then about 10 seconds later, number 22, Philip Wicklund for the Tauros, had a cross-checking penalty. And then at the 10-11 mark, number 23, Michael Malatino for the Bulls, also had a penalty. So, you know, really aggressive game so far from both teams, and, you know, that's scoreless. Hopefully in the second we get some more action, but we're going to throw it to a quick break, and then we will be right back and for those out-of-town scores.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks,
Hey,
and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Estvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Estvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
I am really passionate about this community. We're very close-knit. A lot of us are heavily involved with sports, volunteer opportunities. It helps us build bonds within the community.
Yes, I work at Dakota West, but I'm also a member. Whatever I do affects myself and my family. We're all in this together. I think it's important to have that integrity.
Welcome back, Tauros fans. Again, I am Presley Davis, and let's get you those out-of-town scores throughout the Central League of the NAHL. Right now, the St. Cloud Norsemen are leading the Minnesota Mallards. They are in the second, and that score right now is 2-1. And then we have, let's see, the Watertown Shamrocks and Aberdeen Wings. Right now, they are also in the second, and Aberdeen is leading that 2-1 as well. And then finally, we have finally, we have the Austin Bruins and Bismarck Bobcats. And right now, the Bobcats are taking total control of that game. They are also in the second, and that score is 2-0. This has been your out-of-town score updates, and we will see you back for the second period.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
As far as what Plains Egg has to offer, great pay along with some of the best benefits that I've seen in the job market.
The company understands the importance of family and family values. You need to have that time with your children. Plains Ag is 100% family oriented.
I love working here. Very helpful.
There's no problem it feels like we can't solve when we're working together.
Go to plainsegg.com, fill out the application, and we'll be in touch with you shortly.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code HOCKEY100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
The Lamplighter is Minot's premier liquor store. Whether you're looking for wine, cold beer, or a fine bourbon, stop in and browse our selection, or make a quick stop at our convenient drive-thru. The Lamplighter Lounge and Liquor Store.
Since 1977, Northwest Tire's been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
Tomorrow might be hard to see, but tomorrow is right in front of us. And we're always looking towards it. Investing another $4 billion in renewable energy and low-carbon solutions through 2025. And lowering emissions by modernizing our infrastructure, bridging to a sustainable energy future.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts, and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
We all have our ups and downs, but just like on the ice, we don't have to face the challenges alone. That's why we're excited to support FirstLink for our second season of Shut Out the Stigma. FirstLink is a free, confidential service offering listening and support, referrals to resources, and crisis intervention 24 hours a day. For the first 20 saves at each home game made by the goalies of the Minot Tauros, the Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota Caring Foundation will donate $50 to FirstLink to keep hope on the line.
Life is for living, and at First International Bank and Trust, we're all about living, helping your dreams come true. Because we're not just in the banking business. We're in the first home business, the community sponsorship business, the how do I make this happen business, making your banking life easy so you can focus on what matters most. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Nicotine can harm brain development, which continues to about age 25. Know the risks. Visit ecigarettes.surgeongeneral.gov to learn more. This message is brought to you by the 1st District Health Unit and the Minot Toros.
No. Oh. Wait, we have an emergency fund.
A state-of-the-art hospital and medical office building built with you in mind. The new healthcare campus and medical district, now open in Minot. Trinity Health, making more possible.
I think we have some pickles downstairs. Honey, got some good news and some bad news.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the
I've been canning my whole life. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Today I finished the raspberry jam.
That's my favorite kind.
Well, here, take it with you.
Thanks, Grandma.
Now for my prize collection. Each jar shows the year it was canned. That way I won't forget when I put it in here.
Grandma, what's that?
Oh! Your grandfather and I worked so hard for this. It's our life savings.
In a jar?
Canning is really the best way to preserve anything.
It's true. The way we've always done it isn't always the best way. See how we're changing for the better at Aspire.
Grandma, you can bank from your phone now.
Oh, wow.
Aspire Credit Union. Aspire to more.
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care. The all-new Emergency Trauma Center, built with your reassurance in mind. The new healthcare campus and medical district, now open in Minot. Trinity Health, making more possible.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi Rink in Mesa Arena. I'm Ken Oda, getting you ready for period number 2. Tauros and North Iowa Bulls still scoreless. Tauros will now be working from left to right on your computer monitor, smart device, however you are tuned into the Minotauros network. Draw will be at center to start the period. Five on 5 to start the period. It'll once again be Fate on the draw against Suzuki. Suzuki wins it back. They play it up ice. Osborne pushes play into the zone, guides it back to the point. Long shot coming through traffic, blocked off before it got through. It goes off the glass. Far side, Fate hands it in behind the net to Ty James. James uses the near side. Ori looking up ice, delayed call coming. Tauros will go to the power play unless they score on this rush. Fate's feed into the middle gets taken away by Holland, and the Tauros will go to the First Western Bank and Trust power play. It's Jack Holland who will go to the box. 2 minutes for a cross check. So, just 30 seconds into period number 2, the Toros go back to the power play. James gives to Marlon Edwards. Back up top for James, looks across far side. Ori holds, guides it up top for Ty James, comes across for Marlon Edwards. Edwards, shot is blocked, and now it's going to be an odd man rush the other way if the Bulls hurry. On the attack, shot coming, blockers save, rebound to the far side. It ends up out in neutral where the Bulls will take back over. Guided around to the near side, Koroluk dumps it in. Ty James back on it. James pressured, hands off for Ori. Toros trouble getting out of their own zone. Ty James just beats a man, and now he'll start up ice. James gains the line around Dietz. He's taken into the corner. Marlon Edwards pokes at it, guides it back to the point. Fate covering for Ty James at the blue line. Back to James, who gets hooked and then held. And the Bulls go the other way. Hodis, working short-handed, finds the trailer Dietz. Dietz with a shot that took a deflection off a Toro and was still blocked away by Lopinen. Bulls give to Hodis. They've had the most dangerous chances on this Toro power play. Across to the far side, Castro. Castro makes a man miss, walks in, was looking backside for Hodis. The second-year Bull couldn't redirect it. Nichols back on the attack, finds the trailer. Ramirez, shot save made. Follow-up try by Owen Dawson, finds glass, and the rebound caroms all the way down the ice. Several more fans checking in on socials. We'll get to you as time allows. Meanwhile, Jockham's into the zone. Jockham sweeps it around to the near side. And Nichols lets it go to Solminski. Nichols now up top. Dawson with a shot. Save made. Follow-up try is blocked. It hit Ramirez. Bulls come full strength. Holland and Ramirez jousting on the near wall. Braden Jockham's lurking as well. Holland, fresh out of the box, plays it up ice for Higley. Higley gains the line. He's got Pyle right behind him. Backhand try. Shashade to the corner by Lopinen. Taken away by the Toros, and it'll be Nichols starting up ice. Nichols looks to the middle after getting hit by Higley. Jockham's the trailer. Drives the net. Can't lift it to the near side. Some revenge for Nichols. Who now as the puck looks across. Jockham's with a shot. That goes off the mask of Byers. That's the third or fourth time the Toros have hit the tendy in the bucket. Meanwhile, wraparound try, it's in. Toros finally get on the board. 3:16 into period number 2. Dumped into the Toros end. Here's the call of the goal.
Power play goal. Goal scored by number 19, Dane Ramirez, his first of the season. Unassisted.
An unassisted goal for Ramirez. Ramirez, two goals, 5 assists last year for the Toros. Seeing action in 32 contests. But he gets his first in game 1 of the season tonight. Far side, Gutensberger can't squeeze that out along the wall. Now a shot off the pipe. It ends up on the top of the net and leads to a whistle. .960 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Toros lead 1-0. Silly me, I forgot to mention longtime member of our media team, Edward Neiman, down at Arizona State. Live clipping, he'll have that goal on social before you know it, as there's a long shot blocked. And the Toros look to attack. It's Jochums, wide into the zone. Jochums carries around behind the net. Tries to guide it back to the point, but it's cut off by Osborne. Puck caroms in neutral. Espelin pokes it to the near side. Taken away Osborne. Osborne lost the handle along the near side wall. Holland guides it down low. Return feed, blocked off, and it's taken away behind the net. Owen Dawson. Owen Dawson ahead. It's kicked away from him. Lopinen guided it to the near side. Now they'll struggle in the corner. 15-16 here in period number 2. Far side, that's hacked down the ice. They'll say no icing, so Byer out of his net to play. Byers leaves for Preuss, who starts up ice. Near side, Solominski takes it away. Solominski. This is Malentino, guides it to the near side, Holland. Holland holds and then rings it to the far side. Toros stir up ice. Thrown in front, one-time try. Actually, not a one-time try. Ori held onto it. Now a follow-up try somehow doesn't go. It danced across the goal line and didn't take the turn the Toros wanted. Meanwhile, play goes the other way. And a nifty finish. And the game pulled even. As Koroluk pulled the Forsberg. .16 to play here in period number 2. And just a fantastic finish on that rush by Vitaly Koroluk to pull the Bulls back even. Shot 17-13 in favor of the Toros, but we're back even. Far side shovel to the middle. Good stick by Nichols. Breaks that up. Ty James finds the change on the near side. Gains the red line. Dumps it deep. Byers thought about it, then retreated back to his net, leaving a chance for Ramirez to hit Dietz. Puck far side. It's in the skates of Owen Dawson, who had pinched down. Ramirez jams it along to the near side corner. Sidorov pressuring, but it's thrown ahead to the near side. Hodis mishandles, then gets it back. Hodis looking for the trailer. Good hit by Davin Nichols. As he leveled Dietz and the puck gets sent down the ice. It'll go for an icing. How about that hit by Davin Nichols? Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. We take another look at that hit. .15 to play here in period number 2. Sidorov on the draw for the Toros. Won it back. Ramirez throws it up the wall, not out. It's back down in the corner. Kuzmenkov working down low. Gives it up top. A quick shot blocked by Davin Nichols off the stick of Preuss. Bulls work a two-man game. Backside. Shot, it's in. Toros get beat off the wall and left all alone on the backside, able to finish was Michael Malentino, and for the first time this year, the Toros trail. Another Good stick handle by Vitaly Koryluk. He scored the first and sets up the second. The Tauros trail 2-1. Solominski controls off the draw, gives to Pikic. Tauros up ice, Prima dumps it into the corner. Holland couldn't hold on, poked free by Wickland. Wickland to the far side, jammed back to the point. Pikic looking for a lane. Pikic carries in, shot save made, rebound poked to the corner. Wickland guides it up top. Return feed to Wickland in the corner. Help comes from Zugek. His pass back to the point, however, gets through Pikic out to neutral. Pikic guides it back into the Toro zone. Solominski. The near side, Zugek sweeps out to neutral. No one there for the Tauros. Bruce across, gives to Holland. Holland chops it away from Zugek. Gains the line, cuts to the middle. Good stick by Solominski. The puck stays in the zone. Suzuki feeds Holland, who gets rocked. Puck kept in by Castro. In, good cleanup there by Pikic. Thrown out into the penalty boxes. Tauros won't be allowed to change. 11:44 left to go here in period number 2. Tauros in a 2-1 hole. Loose puck in the Toro zone, poked out to neutral. Bulls gather, having seized momentum with a couple of quick goals to respond to the Toros' opening marker. Near side, puck along the wall. This is across the near side, Jochums up ice. Into the zone is Esplin, driving the net. It's in the net, and they'll call it a good goal. Esplin. Ties this one up. And Nick Brunetto wants to talk to the referee. I don't blame him. Officials consulting. Now the other linesman will come over. They're still talking. And now they wave it off. So, Now it's Tyler Ebner's chance to talk to the referee. While he does that, we'll check in with some more of the social check-ins. Watching from Pennsylvania is Kristen Burkheiser. Betsy Patterson is in Sacramento, California. The Tophams are watching in Stevenson State Park. We'll get to more as we go. Bulls control. This is carried ahead by Thornton into the zone. Shot fired wide. Tauros gather the rebound. Near side, Ori. Luca Ori rolls it into the zone. Good defense by the Bulls as Castro was able to keep it away from Fate. And now Thornton and the Bulls go the other way. Marlon Edwards on it. Bounces it to the far side. Jax Warren up ice for Fate. Fate finds Ori in neutral. Ori working 1-on-3. Buying time. He'll turn back. Looks to the middle, but it's picked off before it ever connects with Ramirez. Ty James just hacks it out to neutral. It's dumped right back into the Toro zone. Lopinen handed it off, but it's turned over. Shot blocked by Ty James. And it broke the stick of Devin Hodis. Meanwhile, Sidorov going the other way. Squeezes through a check. Sidorov finds the trailer. Owen Dawson. Shot goes wide. Rebound to the near point. Ty James walks down the wall. Shovels it to the corner for Ramirez. Tried to give and go, but Ramirez couldn't return the feed. Sidorov down low. Puck jammed to the near side. Ty James down from the point. Throws it in front. He wanted it tipped. Didn't get it from Sidorov. Another shot. That one's blocked off. Jax Warren kept it alive for a moment. Good stick by Owen Dawson. Prevented the breakaway, and it's an offside play, and the whistle goes. Media timeout. We will send it down to Presley Davis. Downstairs.
Able to talk with Michael Solominski earlier today, and he is actually part of that trade that the Toros made this offseason with the New Hampshire team. So we sent over Parker Newman, and in exchange we got Michael Solominski. So I asked him kind of what is his thoughts of, playing from the East Division coming to the Central League. And he said he's really excited for the fan base in the Central League and the atmosphere, as well as just the competitiveness. And I feel like we have seen that in this second period.
Certainly, Presley, it's been a more competitive second period. And it seems like the game's gotten a little bit chippier as well. I think another big difference that some of the guys coming from the East don't necessarily always want to pick on their former teams, but a lot more fans in the buildings here in the Central, at least a lot of them in the Central. Get some more social media check-ins. Brian Spiegelvogel is in New Hampshire. Jan Warren is in Minnesota. Joy Tosto in Illinois. We'll hear from her daughter tomorrow night on the broadcast. Braden Tews down in Dickinson. Sally B in the Chicago crew. Toros into the zone. Shot save made. Rebound there for Wicklund, but it's kicked away by Byers. Bulls going the other way now. And that's Malentino unable to hold on and get through Ty James. Ty James put him down hard, and the puck rolled for an easy, hungry Hippo-style cover by Magnus Lopinen. 8:52 left to go here in period number 2. Toros still trail by 1. Draw to the right of Lopinen. .50 draw lays free. Eventually forced out to neutral. Prost dumps it. It'll bounce on net. Lopinen will just hold on. 8:41 to play. Here in period number 2, Toros out shooting the Bulls 20-16, but trail 2-1. .50 draw. Eventually controlled by the Toros, thrown into the offensive zone. Jockums gives to Esplin, who had a goal waved off, thrown in front. Morelli couldn't get enough on the one-timer. Pikic fired one wide through traffic. Holland finds the rebound. Morelli goes to work behind the net, and that's going to draw a call. Toros will be shorthanded once they touch. Solominski does, and the whistle goes. So, Morelli to the penalty box. 8:12 left to play here in period number 2. The Toros to the kill for the second time this evening. Toros control the draw. Solominski fires it all the way down. Looking across, quickly cleared by Zugek. Bulls fail to gain the zone. They start up ice. Across, good stick by Esplin. Toros get the clear. Bulls will start up ice one more time. Still 52 seconds on the power play. Into the corner, Osborne sweeps to Preuss. Preuss walks to the dot, tries a shot kicked away by Lopinen. Up top, Davis leaves off far side. Big shot blocked. Rebound comes free. Hodis looks across, touched up top. Davis shot. Save made, and the rebound covered. Hungry Hippo style by Lopinen. And now Owen Dawson jousting with Parker Osborne. Osborne in 07 has a cage on. Prowse in 05 with a cage on. Wants to go with Esplin. Of course, both Toros involved wearing halfies. So they're allowed to fight. The guys with the full cages cannot. Shots 20-18 in favor of the Toros, but it's the Bulls who lead 2-1. Toros have had a goal washed out tonight. And now a penalty called. Osborne on the cross check, so we'll go 4-on-4 for 28 seconds. Then the Toros will get a power play. No, not 4-on-4. So they sent a guy to the box, but it's still a power play for the Bulls. Bulls start up ice. Let's see if we can find out what the call was. This is Hodis. His shot's fought off. Toros come full strength. and jam this out to neutral. Morelli hoping to chase it down. He does. Morelli carries around behind the net. He was looking for Jochums, who had his stick lifted. Oh, they sent Owen Dawson as well. That's why. I didn't see Owen Dawson go to the box. And with the fans sitting right there, I couldn't see that there was a Toro in the box. This is Ori with a shot that goes wide. Holland spins it out to neutral. Gutensberger ahead. Broken up, and now an offside play. So Owen Dawson and Parker Osborne for offsetting. Cross checks. Meanwhile, Paul and Susan Zielikowski are tuned in. They're listening in Rockford, North Dakota. Draw will be in front of the North Iowa bench. Solominski looking up ice. Puck tipped up high in the air, gloved down by Ramirez. Davin Nichols digging there as well. Toros look across. Pikic dumps it in. Nichols trying to keep it in, but the Bulls poke it out. It's Dietz. Dietz mishandled, but had time to recover. Sidorov breaks it up at the blue line. Gets help from Nichols. Nichols puts it right on the tape of Pyle, however. Sidorov takes it back. Sidorov dumps it down low. Dietz and Nichols to the corner. Slominski pinches down. So does Ramirez, but Pyle's out the other way. Pyle trying to drag through Pikic. It doesn't work. Someone's lost a piece of equipment on the ice. Big collision on the near side. The Bulls still possess. Far side one-timer fired to the corner. Zugek with a nifty touch will start Nichols the other way. Nichols, who's delivered a couple of big hits, just didn't have any gas left in the tank, gets chased down after a long shift. 4 minutes left to play here in period number 2. This is Wickland. Wickland gains the zone. Wickland forced around behind, throws it in front, doesn't connect with anyone. Taken away, Prima's shot blocked. Prima back to the point in Preem. His shot's blocked to the corner. Wickland finds it. Zugek tried to get it to the front in Prima, but it's cut off. Far side, toss across. Gutensberger tried to step up. It did throw off the timing of the play. Then a big hit by Wickland forces the Bulls offside. 3:26 left to play here in period number 2. Toros trail 2-1. Esplin and Suzuki on the draw. .50 draw, poked to the near wall. Esplin one hands it ahead for Jochums. Jochums trying to drive the net. Shot goes wide. Rebound to the far side, kept at the point for a shot that's blocked. It was off the stick of Owen Dawson. Dawson keeps it though and gives to Morelli. Morelli looking to walk in. He's forced in behind the net. Morelli looks up top for Ty James. James gives back to Morelli. Far side, Owen Dawson with a shot that's gobbled up through traffic by Byers. 2:59 left to play here in period number 2. Toros trail by 1. Offensive zone draw coming. Fate with Marlon Edwards lined up. He wants to shoot, but the draw goes to the far wall. Tauros had no one there. Thornton has it poked free by Marlon Edwards. Edwards trying to bull his way down the wall. Puck jammed up the near side. Toss across, finds Dietz. Dietz dumps it in. Long shot. Hits his own man in the face, and the whistle goes. Rightfully so. Ivan Bursic just took the puck to the teeth. And that is a rule change I'm in favor of. Usually it goes until the team with the injured player gains possession, but in a situation like that, stop the play, make sure the kid is okay. Friendly fire. Draw comes out to neutral. Fate and Suzuki. 2:38 to play in the period. Far side, jammed ahead. And this will not go for an icing as the goaltender came out to play. Near side, Holland. Hit hard by Solominski, but the puck's going the other way. Dietz finds it and punches it deep. Mario Fate back on it first for the Tauros. Leaves it for Solominski. Solominski gives across. They come back to the near side. Pikic gains the line. Leaves for Luca Ori. Ori touches up top for Fate. Fate punches it down the wall. Gets it back himself. Shot save made. Rebound. Marlon Edwards couldn't jam it home. Pikic takes it away. Fires for a shot redirect. Thrown to the side of the net. Ori. Up high. Pikic tries a shot. Takes a deflection and ends up in the corner. Fate leaves it down low. Edwards for Ori. Ori trying to come off the wall with it, had it poked free. That may be the best sustained offensive zone pressure the Tauros have had in a while. Solominski fires up. Fate catches in neutral, feeds Prima into the zone. Prima walks in. His shot's partially blocked. It goes up high off the glass. Flicked to the near side. Koroluk carries ahead. Koroluk gains the line. He's created both goals for the Bulls. Scored one, set up the other. Ty James turning quickly. James gains the line. Ty James into the zone. Drops for Wickland, whose shot is blocked up and out of play. Palindrome on the clock. 1:11 left to play here in period number 2. Tauros trail by 1. Wickland out from behind. His shot goes up and over. 1:05 to play in the period. Ty James in neutral wins a battle. Dumps one in. Blocker to the far side wall. Davis tries to turn up the wall. Instead he hands it off to Zugek. Zugek walks in, fans on a shot. Prima finds the puck. Prima down low for Zugek. Zugek again. Zugek takes it away, this time in neutral. Gains the line, drops for Wickland. Wickland carries along the goal line. Shot from a tough angle. Save made. And now Davis is all over Zugek. Wickland with Bruce. Again, if you're wearing a cage, you can't fight. Gerald Morgan tuned in from Arizona. Wanda Sandy is in Manitoba. 31.4 left to go here in period number 2. Draw to the right of Byers. Fate, Edwards, and Ori in front of James and Dawson. Touched back to Ty James. Shot through traffic. Rebound. Gobbled up by Byers. Ori with the redirect out front. They had Byers swimming in the crease, but couldn't take advantage. $26.8. Fate will take the draw once again against Dennis Hodis. Hodis wins it to the corner. Tauros trying to fight it free, but it's jammed out to neutral onto the tape of Owen Dawson. Tauros are offside at the line, and Higley took a late run at Marlon Edwards. Shots 25-18, I think indicative overall of how play has gone, but the Tauros trail. (2-1). Bulls win the draw back. Dietz will retreat behind his net. 11 seconds as they start up ice. Toss across for Hodis is off the mark. But Pyle settles the puck down. Good takeaway by Ty James. But his clear hit the referee and stays in the zone. Shot goes wide and the horn sounds to end the period. 40 minutes in the books. And the Tauros trail 2-1. So we'll take you in just a moment. Down to ice level.
Presley Davis for this Intermission's Farm and Unit Insurance Intermission interview.
Hey Tauros fans, I'm joined here with Dane Ramirez. Now Dane, you have now the title of scoring that first goal of the Tauros season. So walk me through that goal. Like, what was that like?
I just think that just shoot the puck and glad it went in. Just firing as much as I can.
And then going into the third, what are you looking to improve the most on?
I think just keeping our energy up, just building off what the fans have brought us tonight. Just keeping high, positive energy on the bench, and yeah.
All right, thank you, Dane. And Tauros fans, you heard it. Bring that energy for this third period.
All right, so we will keep it. We'll keep it here for a moment as we get ready for Chuck-a-Puck. So, Tauros trail by a score of 2-1, shots 25-18. I think just a couple of defensive zone breakdowns. Tauros have controlled play or been even for most of this, but two really good plays by Vitaly Koroluk have led to the Bulls having that 2-1 lead. But in just a moment, we'll go out to commercial. But I'm going to have Presley Davis. I'm going to have Presley Davis jump in. Presley, first night here. You've never seen a Toro game live before. What are your impressions so far through the first 40 minutes despite the score?
I mean, despite the score, it has been a really great atmosphere. I'm very much a sucker for, good atmosphere, good times, being with people that you enjoy being with. And, that second period really was one that was getting pretty intense. And, I was over in the corner on the glass, and it was getting pretty intense over there, too. So for my first Toros game, I've had the time of my life, I'd say. And it's a pretty good game, and, it's a good matchup. You have a little rivalry, so I'm also a sucker for some rivalries. So always love those games as well.
Now, you were down in that corner. Did you see when that puck went in the net? It was waved off. They said that Bravery crashed into the goaltender before the puck went over the line. Were you able to see how that happened?
Well, there's a little bit of a block. My view was kind of blocked, but from our stance, it did look like it went in before he went in. But, obviously we don't have that as clear as the referees do, and, that sometimes can be frustrating, and sometimes it could go your way, and, it just depends on that. But I will say that I think that energy just helped whether or not it was ruled a no goal or not. Just having that kind of confidence boost for everyone and just kind of picking them up, especially after Dane Ramirez's goal, kind of building that momentum, and especially going into this final period of the home opener.
All right, well, we'll send it out to commercial. When we come back, you'll have the intermission report here on the Minotauros Network.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
As far as what Plains Egg has to offer, great pay along with some of the best benefits that I've seen in the job market.
The company understands the importance of family and family values. You need to have that time with your children. Plains Ag is 100% family oriented.
I love working here. Very helpful.
There's no problem it feels like we can't solve when we're working together.
Go to plainsegg.com, fill out the application, and we'll be in touch with you shortly.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code HOCKEY100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
All right, Toros fans, welcome back to our second intermission show. I am Presley Davis. And, that second, if you were watching or if you're just now joining us, that was a pretty fulfilled second period that we could ask for on a home opener. At the 60, just a little bit over the 17-minute mark, Dane Ramirez scored the first goal of the game, also the Toros' first goal of the season. And then at the 14-minute, 16-second mark, the Bulls responded. Number 26, Vitaly Koroluk, scored with the assist by Michael Maltino. And then just at the 12:53 mark, Michael Maltino, number 23, responded again to put the Bulls ahead. So the Bulls are currently leading 2-1 as they go into the third period. Now, Both teams really showed a different side of them from that first period. Both were just more aggressive overall offensively and defensively, and have just been really challenging each other, and that competitiveness has really shown tonight. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will go over those out-of-town scores and check in with our other Central League rivals.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan. Are the tires the same size on all the sides? We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed. That's not good. Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
The Lamplighter is Minot's premier liquor store. Whether you're looking for wine, cold beer, or a fine bourbon, stop in and browse our selection, or make a quick stop at our convenient drive-thru. The Lamplighter Lounge and Liquor Store.
Since 1977, Northwest Tire's been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
Tomorrow might be hard to see, but tomorrow is right in front of us. And we're always looking towards it. Investing another $4 billion in renewable energy and low carbon solutions through 2025. And lowering emissions by modernizing our infrastructure, bridging to a sustainable energy future.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts, and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
All right, welcome back, Tauros fans. It is Presley once again, and let me get you those out-of-town scores. So the Minnesota Mallards and the St. Cloud Norsemen. The St. Cloud Norsemen are currently leading the Mallards 3-1 as they are in the third right now. And then looking at the Watertown Shamrocks and Aberdeen Wings, it is still scoreless through the third. So, you know, who knows, that game might pick up here soon, and that'd be definitely one to watch after the Tauros if it is still going on. And then Bismarck and Austin Bruins are tied up at 3, so also another one that's probably going to get pretty intense as they go into that third. So those are your out-of-town scores. Again, the Minot Minotauros and North Iowa Bulls are currently 2-1, with the Bulls leading as they go into the third. I will see you on the sidelines here in the third, and after that, I will see you post-game for a quick recap of your game.
We all have our ups and downs, but just like on the ice, we don't have to face the challenges alone. That's why we're excited to support FirstLink for our second season of Shut Out the Stigma. FirstLink is a free, confidential service offering listening and support, referrals to resources, and crisis intervention 24 hours a day. For the first 20 saves at each home game made by the goalies of the Minot Minotauros, The Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota Caring Foundation will donate $50 to Firstling to keep hope on the line.
Life is for living, and at First International Bank and Trust, we're all about living, helping your dreams come true. Because we're not just in the banking business. We're in the first home business, the community sponsorship business, the how do I make this happen business, making your banking life easy so you can focus on what matters most. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Nicotine can harm brain development, which continues to about age 25. Know the risks. Visit ecigarettes.surgeongeneral.gov to learn more. This message is brought to you by the 1st District Health Unit and the Minot Minotauros.
No, 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 no! Oh! Wait! We have an emergency fund! Oh! 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 What?
A state-of-the-art hospital and medical office building built with you in mind. The new healthcare campus and medical district. Now open in Minot. Trinity Health, making more possible.
I think we have some pickles downstairs. Honey, got some good news and some bad news.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
I've been canning my whole life. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Today I finished the raspberry jam.
That's my favorite kind.
Well, here, take it with you.
Thanks, Grandma.
Now for my prize collection. Each jar shows the year it was canned. That way I won't forget when I put it in here.
Grandma, what's that?
Oh! Your grandfather and I worked so hard for this. It's our life savings.
In a jar?
Canning is really the best way to preserve anything.
It's true. The way we've always done it isn't always the best way. See how we're changing for the better at Aspire.
Grandma, you can bank from your phone now.
Oh, wow.
Aspire Credit Union. Aspire to more.
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Glad to have you all aboard. Tauros trail 2-1. Here after 40 minutes. We've got some chuck-a-puck shots going down on the ice. Let's take a look. See if we can't give away some money.
Whenever you're ready. All right, her last shot is going to be for $28.88. So close. All right, thanks for playing, Abigail.
All right, so we can't give away the money. That means the pot will continue to grow. Obviously a low pot here for day one of the season. Tank with some struggles there as well. Guys will come back out on the ice and we'll get ready to start period number 3. No more social media check-ins, no questions for us either yet on the broadcast. $21.34 tonight's attendance. $182 guesses in the new game. So, Tauros back on the ice. Draw at center. Tauros back to working right to left on your computer monitor, smart device, however you were tuned into the Minotauros network. Puck dumped in by Ty James. Dietz around to the near side. Well, the good news this year, Tauros undefeated when entering the third period trailing. Let's see if they can keep that trend alive. They dig in the near corner, puck up top. Castro, long shot, gloved and held by Lopinen. How about Christy McLeod, the first winner of the Guess the Attendance game, off by only 2, 21-36. Tonight's attendance, 21-34. Bulls win the draw. Long shot blocked off, and it's into the net. It was in the corner. I don't know how that ended up in the cage. But suddenly the Tauros trail by 2. Do we have another look at that? Puck back to center. Tauros now in a 2-goal hole with 19 and a half to play. Jockums. Backhand try, rebound, hacked just wide by Morelli. Puck still loose, and Byer gets over the top as the bodies hit the floor in front of him. Tyler Wold asking how much it is to watch on NAHL TV. It is $179.99 for the season. $29.99 if you go monthly, as the Tauros fired off the draw. You can also buy a game individually for $15, but that is the least economical way to do it. Far side, Bulls hold on. Forced out to neutral, Hodis in front of the Toro bench, gains possession. Dumped in. Picked up by Jockums. Taken away, Hodis. This is Davis up the near side. Chips it cross corner. Sidorov turning. Gives to Jockums. Jockums carries ahead. Swept off his stick. He gains possession again, does Jockums. Trying to wrap it around, he can't, and Hodis cleans it up. This is Bruce looking across. And this will go for a Minot's finest collision center icing. 18-10 left to play here in regulation, and the Tauros are in a 2-goal hole. John Kowitz asks how many home games on the season. It'll be 28, so 27 left after tonight. And of course, if you're not here tonight, or even if you are, come back tomorrow, because we hit the road for a long time after this. Tauros' next home game not until October 24th. Higley working on James, hands it back up the wall, taken away by Nichols. Bank to the near side, Ramirez can't find the handle. Neither can Owen Dawson, and now the race is the other way. Higley, shot, save made, rebound given, and tucked home. 17:50 left to go. And the Bulls have started to pour it on. Neutral zone turnover leads to a rush the other way. Shots 27-22 in favor of the Tauros, but the Tauros trail by 3. Wickland pokes it into the zone. Gets the better physically. Now he finds it in the corner. Far side, Wickland drops it back. It's up for Prima. Poked free. Bulls on the rush. Osborne shot kicked away by Lopinen. Suzuki pressuring behind the net, but the Tauros have it. Kutensberger. Up ice. Zugek throws it blindly into the middle, and it's deflected into the offensive zone. The Bulls kick it right back out. Pikic ahead for Zugek, who fans on the shot and then can't get his stick free. Near side, Osborne has trouble. Works it up ice to Suzuki. Suzuki has it poked away. Ori tried to hand a Fate who wasn't looking, and now the Bulls take it back. Koroluk, who created the first 2 North Iowa goals, pressured by Marlon Edwards, taken away, guided to the far side. Malatino dumps it into the zone, poked to the corner by Lopinen. Solominski whiffed on the hit, puck to the near side. Fate throws it back across, Solominski. Looks up ice. Edwards finds Fate into the zone. Fate looks across, and it's tipped up in the air where Byers is able to glove despite an attempted swat from Edwards. 16:07 left to go here in period number 3. Draw will be to the right of Byers. Esplin. Bulls win the draw. They start up ice with numbers. Hodis drops for Castro. Return feed tipped just wide by Hodis. Ty James up ice for Morelli, who touches it into the offensive zone. Dietz gets there first, rings it to the far side. Thornton tied up by Ty James. The puck poked away from Morelli. Jockums takes it back. Jockums trying to split the defense, gets chopped down and crashes into the goal. There was no intent there. It was pretty clear Jockums got his legs chopped out from under him. Him and the goaltender, or he and the goaltender, I should say, exchanged taps. Draw in the offensive zone. They're taking a bull. Tauros to the power play. Dietz to the box. Tauros can't corral the draw, then Edwards does, but it's cleared the other way. Tauros into the zone. Fate upended. Puck comes back to him. Puck eventually settled down, and the Tauros will set up their power play, maybe. No, they won't. Bulls take it away. Tauros start up ice with a bull behind the play. 3-on-3 as they hit the line. Fate carries wide. Shot blocked by traffic. Gutensberger with a good keep. Throws one towards the front. It's blocked off. Morelli pokes it to the corner. Working down low. Morelli. Up top. Wicklund tacked to tape. Drops it to the side of the net and Fate. Fate looking into the middle. The pass gets poked free. Kept to the point by Gutensberger. Hands down to the half and Morelli. Morelli gives to Zugek. Back to Morelli. Morelli looking up top, but he stepped into the puck, freed up, and the Bulls will clear. Far side. Thrown towards the front pile. Off the mark. The Bulls will just play keep away. Bulls come back to full strength, leading 4-1. They ice this puck. Tauros control the draw. Solominski pokes it down low. Up top, Pikett's shot save made. Shot blocked off by traffic. Far side, Pikich pokes it down the wall. Esplin hands off. Nichols pass to the middle. Deflects to no one. The Bulls just throw this out to neutral. Solominski across. Nichols can't catch that out of midair. Thrown down the wall. Holland feeds it in front. It almost tipped in off a Toro. Solominski dumps it to the offensive zone. Byers finds it. Turned over to Fate. Shot tipped by Ramirez. Gobbled up by Byers. Now Holland and Nichols are going to go. Well, they would have gone if the linesman had let them. There's still over 5 minutes left. Are they only taking Nichols? It's because the guy he grabbed has a full cage. It's because the guy he grabbed has a full cage, so they couldn't go. So they take them both. Nope. Nichols is done for the night. Face masking. That's a game misconduct. So that's it for Nichols. The North Iowa Bulls tapping their sticks on the front of the bench. I think that means Nichols is done for tomorrow night too. Toro fans not happy, but ultimately that is the right call. They call the face masking penalty. Draw will be to the right of Lopinen. Toros short-handed, trailing by 3 here in the third, as the wheels have come off a bit. Fuji Suzuki looking across, shot, save made, rebound, hacked wide of the cage. Fuji Suzuki on the near side, back to the point in Dietz. Dietz, long shot, save made by Lopinen. They called it a helmet removal. Either way, same result. This is Suzuki. Morelli tackles him, and it's picked up by Jockums. Jockums looking to challenge shorthanded. Jockums can't dangle through two, and the Bulls take the puck away. This is Dietz across. This is dumped in. Far side, Davis. Thrown in front, off the mark. This is Davis. Into the middle, all alone. Shot save made by Lopinen on Hodis. Davis turns it over. Luca Ori just dumps it down. Tauros come full strength. Dumped into the zone. Warren and Suzuki. Warren keeps it away. Next whistle will bring the media timeout. Breakaway. Marlon Edwards got hooked from behind, and they will call it. They will call it. We can take the media timeout still, though, because it's the start of the power play. So, let's send it down to Presley.
Thanks, Ken. I was able to speak with assistant coach for the Tauros, Mike Meredith, during the last intermission, and I just wanted to know, who has been stepping up as a spark on the team tonight. And he said that he feels like Ty James is making the plays that they are wanting and everything, and he's just being that leader that they really need right now. And then I asked what his biggest takeaway is after 2 periods, his first as an assistant coach for the Tauros and just overall for the home opener. And he said that they need to capitalize on the chances that they are getting. They're getting the puck in the scoring areas, and the Tauros have outshot the Bulls, so he's really hoping that they are able to capitalize on those opportunities in this 3rd period. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Presley. Tauros do need to capitalize. This a prime chance. Tauros haven't gotten much going on the power play. This their 4th opportunity. And again, unable to set up once gaining the zone. This is Wicklund into the zone, rings it around to the far side. Taken away, Suzuki shorthanded all alone. Shot save made by Lopinen. Tauros set it up. Wicklund shot blocked. Mackley Morelli on the far side. Drops down low, Sidorov. Sidorov looks up top. They come across. Wicklund has to kick to the stick. Shot gloved and held by Byer.
Switched it up last second.
8 minutes left in regulation. Tauros down 3. Esplin and on the draw for the Tauros. Wins it back, but it hops over Ramirez's stick. The Tauros have to retreat and retrieve. Far side, touched ahead. Esplin fights through a check, trying to get it to the front. He can't. He gets help from Ramirez. They're working down low. Carried ahead by Pyle. Teams are at full strength. Tauros flick this ahead. Esplin comes across for Ramirez. The pass off the mark. Davis ties Ramirez up. Hammered to the far side. Solominski keeps it down the wall for Esplin. Esplin comes across. Pikic with a shot that's gloved and held for a whistle. 7:08 left to go here in period number 3. Tauros trail by 3. Let's take a look. Christy McLeod in the Buffalo Wild Wings new Guess the Attendance game guessed 21:36. Actual attendance 21:34. She was just 2 people off. And draw will be in the offensive zone after this media timeout, but Toro fans heading for the exit, however. Toro's trailing by 3 with 7:08 to play. Mario Fate on the draw. For the Tauros. Wins it to Edwards. Quick shot, gloved and held by Harry Byers, who stopped 31 of 32 so far this evening. Near side they dig. Up top, Ty James, long shot through traffic goes wide. Edwards up top for Dawson. Dawson has trouble, works it back down the wall. Castro and Edwards tie up. Edwards, a big run at Castro, and that's going to draw a call. Edwards barking at Castro now. As we get another look at the hit. Shots 32-29. Favor of the Tauros, but strong play from Byers. Some good offensive zone play for the Bulls. This game 4-1 in their favor, and really I will say Tauros, not a lot of second chance opportunities. Byers and his teammates doing well to limit a lot to one and done. Tauros to the kill once again. That's been perhaps the lone bright spot, as that's whistled a hand pass. The Tauros trailed coming into this period and have been outshot 12-7 and outscored 2-0 here in the third. Davis looks across. Dumped in by the Bulls. Owen Dawson jams it up the wall. Davis keeps it at the point, however. Looks across. Prowse Puts it off the glass. Osborne fires wide on the rebound. Another shot blocked up and out of play for a whistle. Dane Stagg thought J.R. Sweet was retired from the Tauros. He thankfully came back to run the box, at least on a part-time basis this year. Tauros find the loose puck and fire at the length of the ice. Tyler Wold asks how many minutes left. 325 seconds. 5:25 for the math phobic. This is Zugek carrying ahead into the zone, tries to cut to the middle, but he lost the handle. Fuji Suzuki starts up the far side, dumps it in. Jammed up the wall. Suzuki with a one-timer soaked up by Lopinen, who's now faced 32 shots himself. Draw will be to the left. Of Lopinen. They're going to toss Hodis from the draw. Pyle steps in. 19 seconds left on Marlon Edwards' penalty. Tauros poke this out to neutral. Carried ahead by McHinn. Tauros come full strength in 5. They jam that around. Kept at the point. They look across Hodis. Hodis into the middle. Marlon Edwards touches for Jockums. Jockums carries in. Shot save made, and Marlon Edwards couldn't find the rebound. Solominski does. Walks in. Shot. Gloved in. Gave a rebound. One-timer. Missed high and wide for Edwards. Solominski keeps it. Guides it back out to neutral. Pass for Jockums. Mishandled. Jockums wins it back. I was mentioning brother tandems earlier. Of course, Braden Jockums, younger brother of Rylan Jockums, who was a Toro 2 years ago. Jockums was also a Toro last year, so didn't necessarily think of him as a new brother combo. I suppose Morelli was on the team a little bit last year as an AP player, but first full year as a Toro for Mackley. Bulls on the attack. Once again, shot fought off by Lopinen. Rebound comes to the side of the net. Owen Dawson fights through, then has it poked and taken away, but turned right back over. Luca Ori gains the line. Tries to jam it ahead. It's tied up. Taken back by the Bulls, who float one into the near side corner. Warren leaves for Ty James. Banks up for Marlon Edwards. Edwards. His pass hits a skate. Warren finds it. Jammed deep into the offensive zone. Byers on it there. Near side, the Bulls start up ice. Poked at the blue line. Edwards turning. Jams it ahead. Can Zugik save icing? He cannot. 2:27 to play. We're under that 5-minute mark. And now a Bull with a cage goes after Zugek. Haven't seen a number on him. It is Michael Malatino in 05 wearing a cage. Well, they're calling it on Zugek. So the Toros will be shorthanded for the next 2 or less. Toros win the draw and clear it all the way down. Bulls control. Pass for Suzuki off the mark. Down in the corner is Malentino. Shot from a tough angle, fought off by Lopinen. Suzuki into the middle. Shot off the crossbar and in. 5-1, Ivan Bersic. Nice feed into the middle, and Bersic able to pick his spot over the glove of Lopinen, who hasn't gotten a ton of help here in the third period. Big hit by Sidorov. Fed down low. Ramirez looks up top. Dawson, shot blocked to the corner. Jochum stepped into behind the net. Puck thrown ahead. Can Ty James keep it? He does. Ty James shots blocked to the corner. Down low, Sidorov. Sidorov looking up top. Ramirez, his shot's blocked. Ty James can't find the handle. And it's dumped down into the Toro zone. Owen Dawson back on it. Owen Dawson gains the line. Shot blocked to the corner. Dawson chopped that out of midair. Delayed offside, so he just dumps it in. Ori up on the pressure. 15 seconds left to play here in regulation. Toros will fall to 0-1. A 5-1 final, barring a goal here in the final 7 seconds. Fate and Pyle on the draw. Pyle wins it back to the corner. Holland will hold it as time ticks away. Toros fall in the season opener 5-1. We'll keep it here for the 3 stars, and then Presley Davis will join me for the Farmers Union postgame show. The Toros take what I believe to be the biggest loss in franchise history in a home opener. And for the second year in a row, lose the home opener after rattling off 10 in a row from 2014 until 2023. Here's the 3 stars.
Your Liberty Tax second star of the game, number 17, Bravery Esplin. And your Liberty Tax first star of the game, scoring the first goal of this historic 15th season, number 19, Dane Ramirez.
So there's your Liberty Tax 3 stars, Ty James, Bravely Esplin, and Dane Ramirez. I'm going to bring Presley Davis in. Presley, you talked to Mike Meredith during that second intermission. He said he liked what the Toros were getting. I imagine if we talk to him now, his opinion would change.
I would think so as well. And honestly, I mean, you have to just kind of flush it, you know, after tonight. Midnight rolls around, you just flush it, you move on to the next game. And I know that's not the outcome that anyone on that home bench wanted, but it is what it is. You just move on, and you kind of got to look at it too, of just looking back at film, like what did we do right, what worked, what didn't work, what do we never want to do again, kind of things, you know. And so yeah, I definitely think his opinion may have changed a little bit, but I mean, you just kind of got to move on from this game now.
I agree with his assessment through the first 40 minutes. Toros were out shooting the Bulls 25-18, getting the better chances, but eventually outshot 16-10 in the third period.
Yes, I think North Iowa just found that momentum and just never let it go or anything, and never let up on the Toros as well. And I mean, as the Toros, you just got to kind of fight back for that, and then just continue trying to see where you can build momentum. But I mean, it is hard to stop the momentum like the Iowa Bulls did build tonight.
Here's another look at the goals. First, it was Dane Ramirez on that wraparound. That gave the Toros a 1-0 lead. But after that, all North Iowa.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to North Iowa. They came in, took the home opener from the Toros, and just really, I would say from that second period, just really played aggressive. And the Toros now know how they want to respond tomorrow. And, you know, that's the nice thing about, you know, you have 2 games, so you can always split the series and avoid that sweep at home. And I think the Toros also, we saw it with Weiwei and we saw it with Bismarck, you know. If they dropped one that next day, they came out a whole other team. And so I have no doubt that they'll do that tomorrow as well.
Here's a look at those third period goals after the first 2 in the second for North Iowa. One scored by Corlick and then one set up by Corlick. Just a loose puck in front, and I think we saw too much of that in the third period. Guys left alone in front of the net. That first one, now we'll get a look at the second one here on the rush. Save made, and again, an unmarked man right in front of the Toros goaltender, able to deposit the rebound.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's one of those things that Coach Ebner and Coach Mike are going to go back with the guys and just kind of see what went wrong, where the miscommunication may have been, and really drill those and, you know, continue to try and avoid those situations.
All right, well, Presley, good job tonight.
Thank you.
We'll come back tomorrow for Kobe Brault, Sean Bachhoven, Grace, Sandy, and Lily Connor on the cameras. Yes, that's right. It was Drag Your Daughter to Work night.
We actually hung out with her earlier. Me and Liv were like, do you want to come with us? So.
For Presley and Olivia as well, I'm Ken Oda, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast in spite of the outcome. We'll all be back tomorrow night, hopefully with a better outcome as we get ready to